Welcome to Apex Media Productions in Amarillo, Texas. My name is Jordan Snyder. Before I get to this big rig back here, I want to show you something pretty cool. I pulled this out of my safe this morning. This is a DXG. Don't even ask me what brand that is. DXG, 5 megapixels, actually 5.1, from 2009. So I brought this, to compare then versus now. But I also want to say something else. I've been shooting video content now for about 20 years. I started in 06. I don't have any of the cameras from 06. Most of them look like you're shooting film with a potato. But this one, for the time, wasn't terrible. 5 megapixels at the time, very cool. It even has an SD card slot with a whole 2 gigs on it, which I don't even want to look at what's on that card. But pretty cool to see this. And then to see this is massive. I say all that to say, when you hire Apex Media Productions, you're not just hiring some guys with cameras, okay? You're hiring individuals with multiple decades worth of video content experience and an individual that has used that method to build real companies that are not anything media related. I've built companies using these techniques in all genres and fields of business. Massive scope. Look me up. What we're saying is we'd love to help you in your business do the exact same thing. So if you don't want to get into all this and you haven't spent the last 20 years, figuring it out, what works best, how to get a good shot, and then more importantly, how to use those shots in ways that convert into door swings or sales, hey, call us. We're here to help. We're ready to rock and roll. We've already got tons of clients and we'd love to have you as one as well. We've got systems in place to make it happen. But enough of that. Let's talk about the new toy. So here's what I started with. This is a regular gimbal. This is a RS4 Mini from DJI. This can handle large cameras. I think it has a 4.5 pound capacity. You could do like an FX3 or a Sony A7 with a full-size lens, 24-70, no problem. That's about its max before you start hitting the limits of these motors. But this is a very cool gimbal setup right here. This is 99% of people, this would be more than enough. But we're the 1%ers. So let's set that aside and look at this new rig. This is the Ronin RS4 Pro, but more than a Ronin RS4 Pro, this is the RS4 Pro on steroids. This thing is running not one, not 2 battery packs. A 50 amp hour that powers just the camera body, which will last all day long. That's by Small Rig. And then a 120 amp hour Small Rig battery with dual D outputs and multiple USB-C USB-C outputs that power the Ronin and the screen and the AI tracker Raven Eye. So we got all day power right here. What I don't like is having to switch batteries mid-shoot all the time. And when we were running things off batteries, you had a camera battery, you have a Ronin battery, a screen battery, a mic battery, you have all different kinds of batteries that you have to keep track of, charge. You can only have 2 or 3, you have multiple of them, but you have to switch them out all the time because they all last different levels. But with this setup, there is no guessing. It is all the same power source, lasts all day, no switching. So we're not gonna be at your site, whether you're doing real estate or outdoor work or we're shooting in your office, switching out a bunch of batteries. It's just a huge hassle. Also, our stuff's not gonna die mid-shoot, which I've had happen, and that's not a fun day, okay? Because who knows if the file's saved. So let's get into what this is. RS4 Pro is the base, that's the Ronin, which is the gimbal. Full carbon fiber construction with AI tracking. We went ahead and added a few more bells and whistles like the Raven Eye transmitter, which I can transmit directly to any screen and get full framing. I can see what I'm looking at, and I can do subject tracking, active track, so it will actually move on its own as you walk around or do whatever you do. Then we've got the LiDAR autofocus, which is this unit right here. Believe it or not, the LiDAR autofocus, which is just this small piece, is almost as much as the entire gimbal. Believe it or not. Yeah, I used to be in power sports, and I thought that was an expensive hobby, but then I started buying camera stuff, and makes the power sports look a little cheap. So it's kind of nuts. Camera right now is the Sony A7 IV, But Tuesday, we're switching it out to a Sony FX3 cinema camera. So we're gonna have one of the best camera that you can possibly have for videos on this rig Tuesday. Not that the Sony A7 is bad, this thing's phenomenal, but it's more for pictures. So we got the LiDAR, the Raven Eye, then we have the DJI Mic 2 receiver with multiple inputs, so we have mics that are ready to go. We've got carbon fiber rods here for our control motors. I want to show you something cool. If we just move it over a little bit, I've got full control of the zoom motor on my right hand control handle, which is very cool. I double tap this button, everything recenters. If I take it off the tripod, because right now it's mounted on my the Tribex potato jet, we're gonna pull it off. I'll show you how smooth this thing is. I mean, look at that camera, fully stabilized, not moving. That is what a gimbal does. We can get in there, get those tight shots, move around, and your footage is going to be buttery smooth. That's what you get with Apex Media Productions. So then up here we have our monitor. So this is going to show us exactly what that camera's seeing, so that no matter what we're doing, we know exactly, make sure that we know the framing is correct. So we've got full control here. This thing is very, very cool. Again, I'll show you the auto. It doesn't get cooler than that, ladies and gentlemen. That is just so awesome. We've got our mics here ready to rock and roll, so you plug them on, and then we set it back in the rig here. Then we've got full access here, so we can do tracking, we can do interviews, we can do nice pan shots. Just so smooth. So again, this is Jordan with Apex Media Productions here in Amarillo, Texas. Here's our new toy. Hope you like it. Stay tuned. We've got 2 massive orders, bigger than this, coming in this next week. Can't wait to share that with you. We got some projects we're working on that are honestly kind of mind-blowing a little bit. They're large. So can't wait to share that stuff with you as well. Some of the stuff we're working on as far as software and training, it's pretty phenomenal. If you'd love to implement some of this into your business, my number is 806-330-1439. It's probably also in the description. Apex Media Productions here in Amarillo, Texas. Hit us up, we'll come film you, and increase those sales. So have a great day, and have a good week.